They talk crazy about society and how it's changing. They talk crazy, you know this life shady. They talk crazy, yeah, they talk crazy. They talk crazy, they talk crazy about society and how it's changing. They talk crazy, you know this life shady. They talk crazy, yeah, they talk crazy. Sit back and enjoy the talk with these beautiful ladies.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the show. I am
I miss
Jaquel. That's right. And welcome to
welcome to
They
They
Talk
Talk
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yes, yes. We are back again. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I'm really good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to hear it's
You
2025.
looking good, girl.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We made it to a new year. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say is I'm just happy to be here. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like this year is a year of like extreme blessings. I feel really positive about this year.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I came in
Mhm.
feeling good, and here we are. Um, in America, we got a new president. Okay, I don't know how I'm feeling about that, but we doing the best we could do, right?
Did you vote? Did you vote for him?
I didn't vote for how I feel about that, just religious purposes. You already know how I feel about it, so I'm not gonna say.
You didn't
But
vote. She didn't vote, y'all.
but you know for everyone that did. Yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with voting. I could see if the choices had have been better, but
Right.
yeah, I'm not gonna condone anything. I'm not rolling with anything I don't like just because it's there. It makes no sense. But
Mhm.
like I said, here we are in 2025, and it don't have anything to do with me. Life goes on. But today we're here with a new episode, and we are talking about social media and the romanticism in social media.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
Yes.
How do you feel about it? What are your takes on that?
Man, social media. Hey, I have a friend who said that she like turns off her Instagram ever so often because she feels insecure like about what other people post. And I never thought that that was a thing, like people, adults. Like I think kids maybe, but I never knew adults, grown ass women felt like less than based off what somebody else posts. So I think when we talk about social media and it being glamorized or it being having negatives and positives, like it's really true. It's really true.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, just coming here as I was reflecting on the conversation, I had some questions, and one of those questions just happened to be something along the lines of that. Like, do you find yourself comparing your life to others' lives on social media? Right?
Mm-mm.
Are you comparing are measuring your self-worth based on the likes of your last selfie or
That's a good
post,
one.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When is the last time you posted a picture without editing it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna happen. Like ever. You're not gonna catch me. I'm a motherfucking
What? I'm probably with you on that because I've got so accustomed to like the Snapchat filter too. I'm not gonna lie that, um, right? I want to edit my photos too, but now like we sitting here, we're live, we're not edited. I mean, we do have
No.
makeup on, but there's no way to like edit it. So
Yeah, that's true.
right? So it
She
comes to a
cute because
point.
she cute. She cute.
There are those points in our time in our lives when we have to just, be our true natural selves.
Authentic.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Have you ever felt the urge to check your phone during like a religious service or during church?
I have. I have done that, but not because like social media. Well, no, maybe it was because like I'm trying to see what that nigga's talking about. I'm trying to see what he posted, right? I'm trying to see if he texts me back. He's gonna pull up or am I pulling up?
So
But
I feel like
But I also I've never been the type to like post my heartbreak. Like, oh, he just left me. I'm not posting that. The bills are due, the
You
kids acting up, and I'm looking toe up.
right.
You're not gonna see that.
But
That's not your
who
business.
actually is posting the negative side of their life?
A lot of
Because that
people.
would be considered more of like negative aspects of your life, not the positive, not you traveling the world, not you got a new
Yeah.
car, not you had a baby, not you got married. It's
Yeah.
the real life stuff that people are leaving out. And that is the whole point of today's topic, how social media is definitely romanticized, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's hard to talk about this topic and start without saying how we got here.
Yeah.
Like, and once again, I know you gonna bat your eyes at me, but this is another one of those topics where we have to
What?
show our age, right? Like we definitely have to show our age because we've been here for the beginning
time.
of the internet, right? We were
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
here. And
Definitely. Yeah.
that's a big deal. And that's pretty much when it started. I think back to my early days, maybe jumping on. Okay, I got my first computer in 2005. I was in my own apartment. I think I ain't even gonna say how old I was, but I had just got my first computer and I was getting on the internet. And it was back when we got those little free CDs in the mail. So you get the free trial for the AOL, right? You remember what I'm talking about? Yeah. And you would put the CD in your computer along with the Ethernet or phone connection, whatever it was. I don't even remember. And you would get that loud ass fax machine. Yeah, right. You remember. Yeah, you would get that loud ass noise. And then what was it called? Dial up?
Dial up.
Right. Okay, so for the kids out there, it was dial up. And you would hear that loud ass connection, and then finally you were connected to the internet. And I remember my very first email address, and it was a Yahoo. And then once I got on Yahoo, there were message boards and people were trying to connect and chat with you. And it's like, these are strangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Stranger danger.
Yeah, I'm not using my real name. I got an avatar or like a cartoon picture from my face. You're not trying to give out too much information. We're so secretive about just everything that we're doing while we're on Yahoo. Do you remember your first email address?
Oh my God. My first email address? I don't remember. But maybe it was Hotmail.
Was
I
it
don't remember.
I
think it was
forgot about Hotmail. That's
But
crazy.
I know like before we got the internet. Let's go back to the party line. You remember the party
Oh
line?
my gosh, yes.
These kids
I
will
remember
never know how fun it was.
Party line got me in trouble. You remember, like I was like 12 years old, 13 years old on the party line talking to you, and you were in California and I lived in South Carolina. I'm running up the phone bill. My mom was so livid. She was so hot. Yeah, that's back when we had house phones.
Yeah, we had house phones. But the party line was lit. The party line was active. And then what did we have after that? We had that one where you can add music and like stars falling or the sun
Oh
rising.
no, that was
that?
MySpace. Really, that's what kicked it off. What was his name? Tom Anderson. Yeah, he did that because that's really what kicked off social media.
That's what kicked off social media.
It was definitely a game changer.
Yeah, big time. And then Facebook came.
Yeah, we were just really sharing our real life with the world. And of course, with this newfound freedom came narcissism and overshare, right?
Yeah, overshare. Do you have any friends that overshare? Do you know people that overshare?
I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say like necessarily. I'm not a necessary. For me, it's the crying when we get online and we're crying.
Girl.
to ourselves. Now, I can see if you're in the middle of a conversation, you on live with somebody, and or you're talking to someone else, and they brought that emotion out of you or what have you. But when we're just on our phone crying into the screen on social media, that's kind of where I draw the line. So you,
My pet peeve for social media is like you post your boyfriend and you're in a relationship, and then 2 weeks later you're not, and then by the third week you are again with somebody else. I hate that shit. Keep that to yourself.
You're
We don't
so
need to know
funny.
who you fucking, when you fucking, how many niggas you fucking, because now you looking like a. Just keep it to yourself. It's nobody's business. We don't even care. Honestly, we really don't even care.
No,
So that's
right?
like,
No, and it's true, and it's true. I think we spend hours picking the perfect profile pictures and
yeah,
just obsessing over just
the look,
the content that we're putting
sex
out.
appeal,
Exactly,
acceptance.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like our lives have to be this perfectly curated highlight
Yes.
of just
Yeah.
glamour and self
Yeah.
accomplishment, right? Mm-hmm.
Nobody's posting the bad stuff.
You
No, you'll never catch me posting the bad stuff.
look
And I don't think
guilty.
that's what social
I'm
media is
guilty
for,
too
though.
because I'm not posting
And you
any.
think that's what it's
Right?
for?
I'm not gonna do it either. So and you're right. That's not what it's for. So it kind of when we talk
Mm-mm.
about romanticism, it kind of brings me back to romanticism back into like the
Mm.
late 1700s, early 1800s when they were just really putting their feelings out there, painting these perfectly landscaped pictures of what they thought the
Murals,
sunsets
yeah.
and the gardens and all these things should be. And I feel like this is just romanticism 2.0, right? In
Mm-hmm.
2025. This is the digital dance in the 21st century of scrolling, liking, and sharing. It's a whole new world of likes and longings.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I think it's a few things I have a question for. Has it come to the fact that it's all about racking up views and likes that are validating our self-worth through virtual approval or this new word, viral ability? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can buy the
Mm-hmm.
check now.
You,
Remember, the blue check was so important, and people had to have it. Now you can purchase it, and people
yeah,
have purchased it.
right.
Even some
Exactly.
celebrities have purchased it.
I
You
have
know,
one. Hey, blue check. You
so stupid.
and I
But yeah,
did
some people.
purchase it.
But
That's so
then
funny.
too, the likes get you paid. The more likes you have, the more money you make. The more notoriety you have, the more
Mhm,
you're out
mhm,
there. You know,
mhm,
so you can
mhm,
actually get a check from this, a
mhm.
check.
It's true. Like
So.
it's about money. Okay, well, what
Mm,
about? How do you feel about people just exploring new ways to connect and express themselves, or do you feel like they're just out here looking for a tribe in their own tribe in this new virtual world?
I don't think any of these people are authentic. I
You,
don't think it's all about that. I think it's about money. I think it's about a money grab. Like single moms, right?
mhm,
You'll see
mhm.
influencers who are single moms. And there's this one I follow. And I think she's pretty dope. Can I say her name or don't? Anyway, I won't. But she sells coffee. Her name is Rose something. But she sells these coffee mugs and she says they're baby daddy tears, right? And it's hilarious. She's funny as fuck. And she seems like she's cool as fuck. But it's about money. You know, she's trying to make money. She's advertised. She does ads for other people. It's not necessarily for a tribe, but you see a gimmick and you go for it. You know, her niche is being a single mom and attracting other single moms to funny jokes about deadbeat baby daddies and shit like that, and kids being annoying. I don't think any like even people who exercise and that's what they do, gym rats, right? It's about money. I don't
Right.
think it's like everybody to be healthy. No, you don't. You just want
Yeah.
some money and you want to do these push-ups and you want the people to look at you.
Yeah.
I don't think any of it
I was dating
is
this guy one time, and he said it's all a facade. Everything you see, nothing is
everything.
real. Believe what is the saying? Believe half of what you see and none of
What you
what you
see,
hear. Right, right.
yeah.
It's kind of a situation, all that. But for me, I think it's a mix of all three. I think it's the monetary gain. I
Me
think
too.
there are people out here that are looking for their tribe. Then I think there are those ones who are just looking for validation and self-worth, So
Oh, yeah,
we know,
that's a good one.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
really feel like it's a mix of all three. We just really become digital directors of our own lives. And I think the most unfortunate part about that is the children.
Yeah.
I think for me,
Coming up?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, coming
yeah.
up. Oh,
I
yeah.
made the mistake with my children, basically just giving them access to the internet. I feel like I definitely made a mistake there as a parent. Like they should not have had a phone. They should not have had any access to any YouTube, no Roblox, no any of it until they were old enough to they basically be able to just navigate that mental space that it takes up.
At what age did they have a phone?
I think maybe 12 years old for
Okay.
them. Yeah, 12. And that was still a little later because I see parents giving their children's phones and they're 3 or 4 and 5 years
Yeah.
old. I could never
Yeah.
know. Now that I know what's on the internet and what's available to them, I could never give a 3-year-old a phone. No, we are doing Sesame Street.
Yeah.
That is
And that's
it.
funny because that's what it used
And
to
that's
be.
all. Yeah, and then that'll be it.
That's
And
exactly
that'll
what
be
it used
all.
to be.
That would be all. I'm not having children anymore, but if I was having children, yeah, I wouldn't introduce them to anything. Not Miss Rachel, no Coco Melon, nothing on YouTube, nothing on you, none of that. No, it's gonna be strictly Sesame Street. And if we not doing Sesame Street, we gonna be reading good old books. Yeah.
I like that one girl. Good morning. It's gonna be a great
Gracie's
day.
Corner. Gracie's Corner.
Like her.
Yeah, she is definitely adorable. But at the same time, it's just taken away from, I think, that social like enjoyment of just being outside. Like I haven't seen a kid playing outside really since like 2010 or something like that.
And don't expect it.
like on their bikes, that was like the sign when you would know where everybody was at. Like when all the bikes were in front of the house, you would know, okay, everybody's over here at this house. Now it's the fun. You don't know who's everybody's in the house. Nobody's nowhere. They're all at home in the house. If you're looking for anybody, they're home in the house on their phone.
They're home in the house. Yeah. In the house. And it's not necessarily just social media with the phone. We got Game Boys. We got what are those? My son has it, like the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. It is a lot.
It definitely is. Yeah, I just go back to me, that being my biggest mistake as a parent, giving my kids access to social media. We should have kept it, simple with like the Nintendo and the Sega, and that you want to play games. Let's play games that's not connected to the internet.
I mean, hey, I do agree with you. And when you told me that, share that with me, I put a bunch of blocks on his phone. Like all he can do is call. Yeah, YouTube is out because YouTube was his thing. Yeah, all he can do is call me. He can't talk to his friends. We got that understanding because I took his phone for like, I don't know, maybe 6 months because he was talking to a girl on the phone.
He was talking to a girl.
A girl on the phone.
Oh, no.
I couldn't believe. I was shooken. It was just too soon for that. So Mama had to nip that in the bud.
That's too funny. Yeah, no. They have this one phone, I think it's called like a 123 or a Go phone or something like that, where you can just program the 123 numbers and that's all they can call. Yeah, if I had been thinking that
would have been
that's it. That's it. Right. So we have the conversation of people not being able to be their true authentic selves. Do you think it's really that challenging to be your true self?
I think it depends on your mental capacity, right? Immaturity or maturity. Those levels do matter. For me, no, it's not a problem. But for some people, I can see it being really critical because it's some people who grew up on social media and living the facade, and they can't get away from it. Like, no matter how hard you try, they cannot get away from it. They want to be the best, look the best. You know that there's a TV show where these people have like addictions of shopping, and this girl is like, I have to have the Chanel so I can post it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You know, and she went into debt over the Chanel so she could post it. So, like, for some people, it is seriously a problem.
Right. Right. I think that maybe the true challenge would be finding the middle ground, a space where you can actually embrace the vulnerability and the connection without losing ourselves in the pursuit of perfection and success. Because I think that's really what is all about. Everybody really wants to show, you know, this
Yeah.
perfection and this success that they're in pursuit of.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always told that it was imperfections and the unfiltered moments that resonate most deeply with people, right? I think that's why reality TV and entertainment has become so popular and people love it so much. And they hate to admit it, but real feelings, real talk, real experience, I mean, it's real life. So that's definitely always going to resonate, you know, the most. And I seen a post on TikTok, and it was a woman who was talking about cooking with Kaya, and she was saying, "Well, I make these like delectable dishes." I don't even remember her name, but her dishes were very pretty, and she looked very nice while she was doing it, and her kitchen was beautiful while she was doing it. And then, you know, I'm sure you've seen Kaya, and then it was like resonate more with real. And to me, looking at this lady in her kitchen with her purple pasta compared to what Kaya is doing, no, seriously, because that's really what it was. Yeah, so, compared to what Kaya, and people are really resonating with what's real. Real women, they're out here twerking and they're out here doing this and they don't, it's just real.
Yeah.
Hey, what can you say?
Some of that real is scripted. You know, we got a couple shows we like.
Definitely.
I would love
That's
to believe that it's authentic and,
heard about Love and Hip Hop for one being scripted, right?
Yeah, I can believe it.
Right. And a lot of people have fallen off from the show. I talk about it often with certain people, like, did you see the episode? And they're like, girl, I don't watch that. And I'm like, okay, sorry. Like, okay, sorry. Well, I watch it and I seen it, and but some of it does seem pretty scripted. It's really fake, and they doing a lot of like pass around stuff. This one with that man, and then the next season is this one with that man, and it's the same.
Yeah. What's that Miami? That's the Miami one you talking about.
Miami, Atlanta, LA, New York.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
you can keep it, because if you look back, the same people who was on New York is now in Miami, were once on Atlanta, who once upon a time in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of, but I think that's just what the industry is, right? We see that a lot of past behavior,
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now. What's his name? What did you say about my brother? I'm Mufasa. That nigga could pass me around any way he want to. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think he's off the market. I think he been passing around. He been passing around Tiana Taylor, right? They've been passing each other around. Yeah, they're a very cute couple.
I love that.
They match each other's vibe for sure.
Yeah. If he wasn't with her, she ain't my homegirl.
Shut up.
He's still fine. Yeah, I'm on it. On it.
I remember
Nigga, don't look
you
this
told
way.
me about him, and I was like, who? And I had to go Google and look him up. I was like, oh, okay. I see what
What's the
you're
movie? What's the movie? What's the movie he was in?
I couldn't tell you. I have no clue.
Fine. Period. Point blank. That's it.
That's all you know.
Guys, my God.
Too
I'm gonna
funny.
fuck around and find out.
I think that the key to just all of it is moderation. And I think that we should use
Yes.
social media to continue to stay connected and informed, but not make it your entire world. Like,
Not making it your entire.
Kendrick Lamar said, turn the TV off, let's put the phone down.
No, you didn't say Kendrick Lamar. He was talking about Drake. This is Drake.
Care if
But yeah,
it's
let's turn the
okay.
TV off. Shout out Kendrick. Turn the TV off.
Yeah, let's smell the real roses, the ones that are outside and not the ones in the filter, finding a balance to the screen time and real world activities is definitely, I feel like, the answer to just, trying to balance your way through it for those especially who, like you said, your friend, take it too personally.
Girl.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about a perfectly edited highlight reel, but the genuine connections that we make along the way. I actually have friends, like back to Yahoo, the Messenger stages and Hotmail. I still have friends that I'm connected to on Facebook that were friends with me way back then on Hotmail. So
wow,
yeah. I definitely made some connections. Yeah, along the way, for sure. I feel like constant connectivity also comes with a cost. Studies suggest that excessive use can lead to depression, anxiety, and a warped self-perception.
Yeah, I think in moderation, like you said, is really, really needed. It's because it could be too much information. Like when Trump came into office, it's like, oh, he's saying that if you pay child support and the mom is getting child support, then you can claim the baby for taxes and she can't. And it's fake news.
But it wasn't real.
And
it's true. It's true.
Trump is in office and Trump said he's gonna kill Biden. Like, it's just it can be overwhelming, like too much access of information.
I heard
it's all
a representative speak today, and he was saying that basically it was a lady from Fox News. I don't remember her name, but she was spreading. I wouldn't say misinformation, but it wasn't the complete information. Like Social Security is going to be cut off, right? But no, Social Security is not going to be cut off. It'll just be cut off to those who we don't have, those that they said were 200 years old, and those that we don't have actual, connections for. And, like, it's more information to it. And she said a comment along the lines like, the American people be scared, or the American people are scared. And he said, they probably would be scared because they're listening to you while you're giving them misinformation, right? Like, right, because you're Fox News. Like, why are you spreading misinformation? So, I hate to be putting a specific, news station out there, but it continuously happens time after time. People just pick and choose the information that they want to highlight and pick, and not put the complete information out, and not be biased so that we get the complete story, So